Okay, so if you're an app developer, you're always thinking about revenue. But the real question is, are you getting every penny you could be? We're about to break down Google's own tips to help you turn your AdMob account into a serious moneymaker. Let's just dive right in. So let's just start with the big one. Is your app leaving money on the table? For a lot of developers, the answer is, frankly, yes. But here's the good news. Unlocking all that hidden potential is often way, way simpler than you might think. All right, first up, is your app underperforming? Let's talk about unlocking that hidden revenue potential. And here's the core idea you have to grasp. Your app's true earning power, it could be just a few clicks away. See, AdMob isn't just a place to serve ads. It's a goldmine of really powerful, specific suggestions. Google has already done the number crunching, and they have recommendations just sitting there waiting for you. And that brings us to AdMob's data-driven answer. You'll find it inside your personalized growth hub. Now, before we go any further, we absolutely have to be crystal clear on the single most important metric in this whole conversation, eCPM. The easiest way to think about it is like your ad revenue scorecard. A higher eCPM literally means you are making more money for the exact same number of ad views. Our one and only goal here is to drive this number up, up, up. So how do you raise that eCPM? Well, it all comes down to basic economics, right? Supply and demand. The more advertisers there are bidding for your ad space, the more valuable that space becomes. It's a direct line. More competition equals a higher eCPM for you. Simple as that. Which leads us perfectly into our first big, actionable tip right from Google's playbook. It's time to widen the gates. We're talking about the power of enabling all ad types. And look, the choice here seems simple, but it has absolutely massive consequences. When you start limiting ad types, maybe you only allow banner ads or something, you are actively turning potential bidders away. But when you open the floodgates and enable everything, you create this huge competitive auction for every single ad spot. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Google spells it out perfectly right here. This quote confirms the direct link, more ad types, means more bidders, which means a higher eCPM. Honestly, it's one of the simplest and most effective changes you can make, like right now. Okay, on to our second tip, which builds right on top of that idea of maximizing competition. It's time to rethink your blocks. We need a much smarter approach to how we handle ad category blocking. This is such a simple but powerful concept. Think about it. Every single category you block, that's a door you're slamming shut on a whole group of potential bidders. You might think you're curating the user experience by blocking a broad category like finance, but what you're really doing is shrinking your advertiser pool and just capping your own earnings. So, what's the smarter way to do this? Just follow this simple philosophy. Block less, earn more. First, start wide. Just enable everything by default and let the market do its thing. Second, if you absolutely must block something, don't use a sledgehammer, use a scalpel. Block a very specific subcategory, not a massive, broad one. And third, and this is crucial, always, always monitor your analytics to see what that block actually does to your revenue. You see how this all connects, right? It's like a powerful chain reaction. Fewer blocks mean a bigger pool of advertisers. That bigger pool sparks more competition, and that competition is exactly what jacks up your eCPM and can lead to a really significant boost in revenue. Okay, so let's bring all this home and talk about your personalized growth plan. How do we put these tips into action for your specific app? So think of everything we've just talked about as the foundation. Enabling all ad types, minimizing your blocks. Those are best practices for everybody. But the most powerful, game-changing advice, that's the stuff that's tailored specifically to you. When you log into your AdMob account and you actually go visit that growth hub, this is what's waiting for you. Not just generic ideas, but customized suggestions that are based on your app's data. It will even start to guide you toward more advanced stuff like AdMob mediation when it thinks you're ready. And this is the ultimate takeaway here. This is the big one. Google's systems have already done the heavy lifting. They've analyzed your performance, and they've identified your biggest opportunities for growth. Your personal roadmap to making more money is already built and just waiting for you to take a look. Look, talking about this is one thing, but the real results only come from taking action. So are you ready to stop leaving money on the table?
Go visit your AdMob Growth Hub, see the specific, data-driven tips that are waiting for you, and go find out what your app's true revenue potential really is.